Hey fellow flowers, Violet here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be working on the seamless circle stitch. This stitch is so versatile yet so simple. All you need are 2 pieces of GIMP or craft lace, and we're going to measure them to be 1 meter in length, and they need to be equal as well. Next I'm going to grab their ends and I'm going to work on starting a box stitch here. So to do that, I am forming an X over my finger, like so. You'll see that I have this blue string on the bottom. So with that, I'm going to form 2 loops, going opposite ways, and then I'll gather this pink string on the right, and I'll go over and under those loops. And then I'll go over and under using the other string, but in the opposite direction, so over that one and under. Oop, you don't want to go through there, you just want to pull it down here. Okay. Next, we will pull this tight. And you don't need to make this too tight. In fact, looser is better in this case, because right now we are actually going to flip this upside down. Later on, we're actually going to be weaving the strings through that bottom stitch, so you want that to be kind of looser. So like I mentioned, we're flipping this whole thing upside down, and we're actually going to be weaving in this direction. So completely forget about your first stitch for a while and just work on the box stitch going this way. Now you can do box, zigzag, whatever you like, but for me, I'm just going to do a simple box stitch. So again, creating those 2 loops, doing that same pattern of going over and under, and then pulling the whole thing tight. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so some many stitches later, this is what I am working with. At my working end, this string got to be a little bit short, so I'm gonna call it now. It's about 2.5 inches, which should be enough for the last step, which is going to be inserting the loose strings into that bottom stitch that we flipped upside down from before. First, let's check to make sure that the bottom and the working end are mirror images of each other. And then this way, we'll know that when we align everything, it's going to give us that seamless effect. So mine looks good here. If yours doesn't, just do 1 more stitch and that should line everything up. Next, on the right side, I have a blue string popping out of this pink spot, and I'm going to insert it into the pink spot on the left. So we'll go ahead and do that, pushing it up and under there. And eventually it'll pop up through the middle. Now, if your base was too tight, you can always try to use a needle or a safety pin, obviously with the help of an adult, and that should help you loosen up that base to make room for the strings to come through. The next one I'm going to grab is the pink one over here, and this one also needs to go into its mirror image. So the outside pink needs to go into this blue one right here. So I'll push that under there. There we go. And now we can pull this one all the way through. And we're going to continue to do this all the way around. Now, if you don't know what I meant by going with like the mirror image, here's a quick little graphic to help you understand what I meant by that. And finally, for that last pink string, now you'll notice that the top of this string is a bit square, and that can actually make the string quite stubborn. So you'll see when I go to try to insert it under this blue one right under here, that it's pretty hard to get it to go under there. Now here you have 2 options. You can either use that needle trick to loosen up the blue string, or you can trim the pink string to be more triangular. So now it has a little bit more of a point, and if I go to try to insert this, it can get up under that blue string a little bit more easily. So if you get stuck at this part, just try either the needle trick or that triangle trick. And finally, we can pull the entire thing tight and marvel at the seamless circle that you have created. Now I'm just going to work on shaping it to my liking and pulling the strings tightly, and then I can trim it all up. And there you have it. That is the seamless circle stitch. Thank you so much for watching. Keep blooming. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.